Ophelia, walk you here. Gracious, so please you. We will bestow ourselves. Read on this book. The show of such an exercise may color your loneliness. We are oft to blame in this, 'tis too much proved, that with devotions, visits, and pious action we may sugar over the devil himself.
Oh, 'tis too true, how smart of a lash that speech doth give my conscience. The harlot's cheek, beautified with plastering art, is not more ugly to the thing that helps it than is my deed to my most painted word. Oh, heavy burthen.
I hear him coming!
Let's withdraw, my lord.
Let's withdraw, my lord. Let's withdraw.
To be or not to be, that is the question, whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles, and by opposing end them, to die, to sleep no more, and by sleep to say we end the heartache and thousand natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished, to die, to sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub, for in that sleep of death what dreams may come when we had shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life, for who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietest make with the bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear, to grunt and sweat under a weary life without the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have, than fly to others we know not of? Thus conscience does make cowards of us all, and thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied over with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pith and moment with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action. Soft you now, the fair Ophelia, nymph, in thy orisons be all my sins remembered.
Good my lord, how does your honor for this many a day?
I humbly thank you. Well.
My lord, I have remembrance of yours, that I have longed to redeliver. I pray you, now receive them.
No, not I. I never gave you aught.
My honored lord, you know right well you did, and with them words of so sweet breath composed, as made the things more rich, their perfume lost. Take these again, for to the noble mind, rich gifts wax poor, when givers prove unkind. There, my lord.
Ha, ha, are you honest?
My lord?
Are you fair?
What means your lordship?
That if you be honest and fair, your honesty should admit no discourse to your beauty.
Could beauty, my lord, have better commerce than with honesty?
Aye, truly, for the power of beauty will sooner transform honesty from what it is to a bawd than the force of honesty can translate beauty into his likeness. This was sometime a paradox, but now the time gives it proof. I did love you once.
Indeed, my lord, you made me believe so.
You should not have believed me, for virtue cannot so inoculate our old stock, but we shall relish of it. I loved you not.
I was the more deceived.
Get thee to a nunnery. Why wouldst thou be a breeder of sins? I am myself indifferent, honest, but yet I could accuse me of such things, and it were better my mother had not borne me. I am very proud, revengeful, ambitious, with more defenses at my beck than I have thoughts to put them in, imagination to give them shape, or time to act them in. What should such fellows as I do crawling between earth and heaven? We are errant maids, all. Believe none of us. Go thy ways to a nunnery. Where is your father?
At home, my lord.
Let the doors be shut upon him, that he may play the fool nowhere but in his own house. Farewell.
Oh, help him, you sweet heavens!
If thou dost marry, I'll give thee this plague for thy dowry. Be thou as chaste as ice, as pure as snow, thou shalt not escape calumny. Get thee to a nunnery. Go. Farewell. Or if thou wilt needs marry a fool, for wise men know well enough what monsters you make of them. To a nunnery, go, and quickly too. Farewell.
Oh, heavenly powers!
Restore him.
I have heard of your paintings too. Well enough. God has given you one face, and you make yourselves another. You jig, you amble, you lisp, and nickname God's creatures, and make your wantonness your ignorance. Go to. I'll no more on it. It hath made me mad. I say we will have no more marriages, that those that are married already, all but one shall live, and the rest shall keep as they are. To a nunnery, go.
Oh, what a noble mind is here overthrown. The courtiers, the soldiers, the scholars, eyes, tongue, and sword, the expectancy and rose of the fair state, the glass of fashion, and the mold of form, the observed of all observers, quite down. And I, of ladies most deject and wretched, that suck the honey of music vows, now see that noble and most sovereign reason, like sweet bells jangled, out of tune and harsh, that unmatched form and feature of blown youth, blasted with ecstasy. Oh, woe is me, to have seen what I have seen, see what I see.
Love, his affections do not this way tend. Nor what he spake, though it lacked form a little, was not like madness. There's something in his soul, over which his melancholy sits on brood. And I do doubt the hatch and the disclose will be some danger, which for to prevent. I have in quick determination thus set it down. He shall with speed to England, for the demand of our neglected tributes. Happily the seas and countries different, with variable objects, shall expel this something settled matter in his heart, whereon his brain still beating puts him thus from fashion of himself. What think you on't?
It shall do well, yet I still believe that the origin and commencement of his grief sprung from neglected love. How now, Ophelia? You need not tell us what Lord Hamlet said. We heard it all. My lord, do as you please. But if you hold it fit after the play, let his queen mother all alone entreat him. To show his grief, let her be round with him. And I'll be placed, so please you, in the ear of all their conference. Shall find him not? To England we send him, or confine him where your wisdom shall best be.
It shall be so. Madness in great ones must not unwatched go. I'm so sorry, for I have betrayed thy trust, Polonius. And your fake beard. I know it's fake. Get thee to a feathery.
It's my sweet baby eating the carpet. I'm going to tell you about eating the carpet. I'm not going to eat the carpet. My sweet baby. Yes. Who's a sweet, handsome
Mia?
boy.
From neglected love. From neglected love.
Yes, they to a nunnery.
Oh!